Hello, everybody. My name is Larry. I know that's a nerdy name. It is what it is. And if your name is Larry, yeah, I didn't mean to call you a nerd. I'm so sorry. I'm going to create the dryer housing in this Inventor video, which is pretty much just like half of a hair dryer, which I hardly ever use anymore. Probably never because, I don't have a lot of hair, but I'm digressing here. So let's get started. To create the dryer housing, I'm going to go to new. I want to use the English template. Click on standard, hit the create button. And then we want to start a 2D sketch on this XY plane. I'm going to start with drawing a center point circle-y thing. So circle by center point. I'm going to start off on this green dot here in the middle and kind of drag it out. Let's see, I'm just going to drag it out randomly. I don't really care about what distance that is. And then I want to draw some lines. So I'm going to draw a line from the center straight up. I'm going to draw a line from the center straight over to the right. I'm going to draw another line from somewhere about 2/3 of the way up on this line and draw it straight over to the right like that. I'm going to click OK. I want to trim out this part, this top piece of my line, this circle. So you kind of get a shape like that. And then I want to click on my fillet. And let's see what that is. My fillet is going to be, for the radius, is 0.250. We're going to round this corner off here so we don't cut anybody. Is that right? That doesn't look right. 0.250. 0.2. Oh, I know what I didn't do. Before I do that, I was like, that looks really a big curve there. What I want to do first, before I get ahead of myself, is I want to click on where it says dimensions and then the constraint. I'm going to go to where you see automatic dimensions. And then it tells me I need 2 dimensions required to fully constrain this piece. I'm going to hit apply. So then I'm going to say, okay, hit the egg, or I'm going to hit done. And then I want to change these dimensions. So I'm going to double click this arc first, and that's going to be 2 inch. And then double click on this one. This one is going to be 1.5. All right, now let's get back to doing our fillet. It's going to be 0.25. Now I can click these 2 lines or these 2 dealios here. That looks much better. I'm going to hit the X there. So yeah, then what I want to do is I'm going to finish my sketch. Zoom out a little bit. I want to revolve this kind of 2D shape that I have. I guess a shape is always going to be 2D. Otherwise, it would be a form. But again, I digress. So my axis is going to be this vertical line here. Click that and then hit OK. So now we got kind of a bowl looking shape. So then that's kind of step 1. And for step 2, we're going to create a bunch of offset planes. So what I want to do is I'm going to go where you see origin in my browser area. Click the little plus sign next to it. I'm going to hover over the XY plane here. I'm going to right click it. I'm going to select visibility. So now you can see our plane is visible. And then what I want to do is I'm going to go up to plane here, the little arrow, down arrow below it. I'm going to click on offset from plane. So I want to offset from this plane. That first one is going to be 2.5. Is that right? 2.5. Yes, 2.5. Hit the green check mark. I'm going to offset from plane again. So the same plane, I'm going to offset that. What is that going to be? 3.5. 3.5. Click on the check. I'm going to offset this plane again. Offset from plane here. This one, last one is going to be 4.25. Click on the check mark. because we're going to be drawing sketches on each one of these planes, and then we're going to use the loft, I believe, to kind of create a kind of a form of a hand or a handle. It's going to be super cool. So that's kind of step 2. Then what we want to do is I'm going to go up to view where you see visual style. I want to change this to wireframe so I can kind of see through my bowl shape here. And then I want to go to click on my 3D model. I'm going to start a 2D sketch on this original plane that we had. So I'm going to click start 2D sketch. I'm going to click this plane here. And then I'm going to draw a rectangle. I'm going to use the 2-point rectangle option. I'm going to start the first point on this green dot here in the middle, kind of drag it up and over. So this I'm going to have for this top dimension here, it looks like it's 1.5. Hit the tab key, and then that side dimension there is 0.5. Hit the tab key, and then press enter. And then I need to fill it the top corners. Fill it, not fill it. I don't want to fill it, but I want to fill it. I'm going to click on fill it, and then this is going to be 0.25, which it already is. And I'm going to select these corner lines like so. I'm going to hit the X because I'm done with that. And let's see. Then I'm done with that. So I'm going to click finish sketch. And then I'm going to start a new sketch on the second plane that we drug out like so. And then what do we need to do? So all these kind of shapes that we're drawing is going to be it's going to start here in this corner. And it's going to have the same height as this previous sketch, but just the dimension over here to the left is going to be different on each one of these. So I know the book says project edges and all this gobbledygook, but I'm just going to start with another rectangle here, 2-point. And I'm going to start it over here on this. Maybe I should project because I can't get that green dot. All right, have it your way. I'm going to click OK. Let me project geometry. I'm going to select this. What can I do? Let me look at a kind of a corner view here. I want to project. I guess I want to project this bottom line here, just like the book says. I guess that's why they said do that, because yeah, there's a reason. Then I'm going to look back at my front view. Now I can draw my rectangle 2-point like I was trying to do. So now I got my green dot here. Click it. I'm going to drag it up and over. So this is going to be 1.4. I guess the book knows what it's talking about. I'm going to hit the tab key. And then that dimension is going to be 0.5. Hit the tab key, press enter. And then I'm going to fillet these corners the same way that I did the previous one. So it's already set for 0.25. So I'm just going to click the corners here like so. I'm going to hit the X, finish the sketch. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start my 2D sketch on this next plane. I'm going to look at a corner view like so I can project geometry. I'm going to project the same line here. Now it pops up here. Go back to my front view. Zoom in a little bit. I know it gets kind of confusing because we can see the sketches behind it, but I'm just going to start another rectangle 2-point on this end line that I projected. And for this, I'm going to drag it up and over to the left. So this next one is going to be, let's see, turn the page. That's going to be 1.2. Press the tab key. It's still going to be 0.5 for the height. Press the tab key, press enter. And again, we're going to fillet the corners, the same 0.250. So this one, that one. I'm going to hit the X, finish the sketch, and then we have one more to do. Start 2D sketch on this last plane here. Again, I'm going to click this top corner of the view cube so that I can project this bottom line from this original sketch all the way up to the front. I'm gonna look at my front view. I'm gonna go back, draw another rectangle from this corner here, or that little green dot, drag it up and over. This one is gonna be 1.35. Press the tab key. 0.5, press the tab key, press enter. I know things are looking crazy because we got a bunch of lines. But now I'm just gonna fillet those corners again. So it's this one, it's this one, then finish, hit the X. Now finish our sketch. Now we have, on our offset, planes that we offset, we have sketches on each one. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to Loft. And then, so I'm just gonna click the sketches. So I'm gonna click this back one first, click that one, click the second one, click the third one, click the last one. You kind of see it kind of extrudes those shapes to where they kind of merge together. And then I'm gonna hit the OK button here. So that's kind of neat. So yeah, that's creating the handle of our dryer housing. Okay, so what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna, where I have all these work planes visible, I'm gonna go in here and just right click these and turn the visibility of them off. Because I get too many lines going on top of each other and it gets confusing to me. I'm gonna turn the visibility of this one off. And then I want to turn the visibility of this YZ plane. I'm going to turn the visibility of that one on, because now I'm gonna click on this back corner of my view cube and kind of spin it around. So now I'm gonna start a 2D sketch on this YZ plane that I created. So I'm gonna come up to Start 2D Sketch. I'm gonna click this plane here. Make sure the handle is to the right. If it's not, just kind of flip your view cube around. But it makes it easier, and it also kind of matches what the book is showing. So then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to create a random line kind of down here somewhere below this line, even though I'm going to move it up in a minute. So I don't want to go all the way over to the center. So I'm just going to kind of create it like so, right about there. I'm going to right click, hit OK. Then I'm going to create a center point arc. And I'm looking for the midpoint of this line here. So I'm going to click on that green dot. And then I'm going to select the ends. So the end, and just draw an arc, kind of a half circle all the way to the other side, like so. And then let's see what we got. Let's see what we got to do. Okay, so they give us some dimensions. All right, so I want to, it says we can use the auto dimension command. So after adding the radius. So let me add the radius. I'm going to dimension the radius here. That's going to be 0.750. Everybody's looking at their phone right now. Did my phone ding? My phone is dinging. I guess if I'm making a video, I should probably turn that off. So it's kind of, I don't want to distract anybody. All right, so sorry about that. Okay, so then I want to dimension the center of this line, or the midpoint, to the center dot here. I'm probably going to have to click on my top corner and click on the dot this way and drag it down like so, because I'm trying to dimension from this origin here over to the midpoint of that line. And then I can add my dimension. This is going to be 1.125. Go back. I'm going to click on this left side view here to get back in this area here. And then I didn't do my auto dimension, did I? I did it manually. That's okay. I'm going to dimension. I need to go back in that same view again. I need to dimension from this actually just from this line to, let me spin this around, grab that center dot there. And I want to kind of give it this vertical dimension. So that's going to be 0. That way it moves up to that line there. Like so. And then we got that. We're going to finish the sketch. I'm going to extrude this out this direction. Make sure it's joined for the distance. I believe that's like 5. That's what that was. 5.5, 5.5. That was kind of close. And then I'm going to hit the OK. And then I'm going to turn back on I'm going to turn off the wireframe because that, like I said, too many lines going around. Drives me nuts. I'm going to go shade it with edges like that. Then I'm going to go back to my 3D model tab, click on fillet, where are you here? Fillet. And then they're going to have us fillet 0.15. So I'm going to type in 0.15 here. And then I'm going to click this kind of a valley looking thing in here. Click the valley. So those two right there. And then also this kind of curve here. And it looks like we're good there. So hit apply. I'm going to turn off the visibility of this plane here. And then I think we need to do the shell command. So we're going to create a shell feature. So I'm going to, I'm going to click on the bottom corner of this view cube so I can kind of look up underneath it. You can kind of see it's solid and it's flat on the bottom. I'm going to, with the shell, click on shell. And then for the thickness, we want to have 0.125, 0.125. And then I'm gonna remove faces. So I'm gonna remove this side here, and I'm gonna remove the bottom. So now you can kind of see it. It gets kind of hollow. I'm gonna click OK. So there's that. All right, so these next two steps get kind of tricky. So we're gonna create a pattern leader. Select the home on the view cube. Okay, there we go. So then, let me read and find out what we're gonna do, and then we'll get to it. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start a 2D sketch on this top of our bowl shape here, and then I'm going to create a rectangle. Let's see, let's do a 2-point. I'm just gonna draw a rectangle kind of up out of the way over here. And then right click, hit OK. So I'm gonna add some dimensions to kind of move this where I want it and size it. So this dimension here is gonna be 0.5. Hit the check mark. This dimension here is gonna be 0.125. And then I need to dimension from the center dot. Hopefully I can grab it to this top. Oh, it did let me do it. All right, so that's going to be 1.170. And then from the center dot again to this side, it's going to be 1.450. Click that. And then what we need to do is finish our 2D sketch. We're gonna extrude. I'm gonna extrude cut. So use the Boolean, my voice. I'm getting puberty, my voice keeps changing. I'm gonna click on Boolean cut. It's about time I reach puberty. So then, let's see. That has a distance of 0.13. 0.13. 0.1. I don't know why I typed 0.15. 0.13. 0.13. I'm gonna click OK here. Make sure we're on the cut. Hit OK there. And then we're gonna create a rectangular array of that little a little box that we did. So let me turn the page here. So I'm gonna click on rectangular here. My shape, or my feature that I want to kind of make a pattern of is this little smidgen of a cut thing here. And then for the direction, I'm gonna click on the direction. I'm gonna click on this direction here. So I'll just notice that my arrow is pointing that way. So we're gonna make an array or a pattern where we're gonna copy this object in this direction and also down. So for here, if your arrow is going the opposite way, then just click this to flip it. So for here, I need to enter, this is gonna be 5. We're gonna make 5 copies of that in 0.6 inches apart. And then for direction 2, I'm gonna click maybe this bottom line here. Make sure our arrow is going down this way, which it is. And this is gonna be 10. You'll probably get this message. It's gonna result in a large number of occurrences. Are you really sure you wanna do this? Yes. For the distance, it's going to be 0.25. And then I'm going to click OK. So now it's like, oh, that's super cool. We started off with a little smidgen of a opening, and then it created like almost like a waffle shape pattern on here or whatever. So then, yeah. One thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to this. I'm going to check something here. So I want to check, this is just for me, where I extruded this. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go to edit feature. Okay, so yeah, that's 5.5. I just wanted to make sure I got that correct. All right, so we're good there. All right, so next is going to be another kind of tricky deal. All right, so I'm gonna go, we're gonna create a sweep path with this one. So I'm gonna start a 2D sketch. I'm gonna click the bottom corner of this view cube because I wanna click this bottom flat surface as my plane, a sketch plane like so. And then what does it have us do? It says, we're gonna select project geometry here. And I'm just gonna I'm gonna just select all the kind of lines that form the shape around the perimeter here. So make sure you zoom in and get this little fillet here, this line or curve. Just make sure you get those little tiny little fillets like that one, this one, this one, that one, this one, this one, that one, that one, this one here, that one. I think that might be it. Yeah. So yeah, just make sure you zoom in and get those little tiny filleted curves. So I got that. Then I'm gonna select OK. And in the project geometry, I did that. Then we're gonna finish 2D sketch. Like so. So basically we just created our path of our cut. We're gonna extrude along here with a sweep or whatever they have us do. All right, so next we're gonna start a 2D sketch. I'm gonna flip it around to this. I'm gonna click on this bottom corner here. We wanna create a sketch plane on this surface, this kind of C looking shape on the end. So I'm gonna click that. And then what I'm gonna do is, let's see how they got there, or there's oriented. I'm gonna rotate this like so. So I wanna match what the book has. And then I'm going to create a rectangle. Just gonna kind of draw it up over here for now. Don't care about the dimensions. Then what I wanna do is now I can add the dimensions. So from, let's see. Okay, this dimension here is 0.0625. And this dimension here is 0.1250. What else? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna take this and see if I can move it up. I'm gonna just click one of these lines and just move it up above there. I want a dimension from this end of here. Let's see if I can get that. I don't know. Oh, I know what I can do. No, that's not what I want to do. I want to see if I can click that. I don't know if it's going to work. Yeah, let me see if I can project. I need to project that little dot right there. Yeah, so I'm going to project that dot right there so that I can dimension from it, like here, from there to the tippy top of this. And that's going to be 0. And then I want to dimension again from that same dot, that little dot there to here. That's going to be 0. That's kind of the tricky part there. So there's our sketch that we want to create. So finish 2D sketch. And then, did I do that correctly? Yeah. So then we're going to use the sweep. So I'm going to click on sweep. It's already selected my profile. For the path here, I'm just going to select the end of this line here that we created, that path earlier. I'm going to select the sweep path is here. Make sure it's on cut. And then we're going to hit OK. So it basically just kind of took out a groove along the kind of perimeter of our dryer housing. And then what I want to do is I'm going to click on this green line. I'm just going to hover over it to where it selects it, kind of where it highlights it red. I don't know what I'm talking about. And then right click. I'm going to go to show or find in browser, because of what I want, it tells me what that piece is located. So I'm going to right click this sketch 8 and turn off the visibility. So there is our completed dryer housing / hair dryer. Yeah, so then we can just color it, make it look real fancy. So I want to go up to view, visual style. I like shaded with edges. We can turn shadows, reflections on. We can, let's see. We can actually make it a perspective. It's up to you how you want to do that. Photo booth. We can go to make this a light red. Oh, that's kind of cool though. The top view. I'm not sure what the front view of this would. That's kind of neat looking. So that's the top. Let's see. Usually when you're in orthographic, your front view is going to be this side here. So if I click this, I'm going to right click it, set current view as front. It just really changes where the shadows are coming from or where the light is. So yeah, there we go. Don't want it to look like that, kind of at that angle. Trying to see what the book has. I know I'm running into 30 minutes here. Let me just stop that. So yeah, we'll keep it in that view direction there. Pan this over here like this. I'm gonna make sure you save it. Save it as dryer housing. I already created one, so I was practicing earlier. I'm gonna call mine dryer housing too. Actually, I can call it dryer housing and save over my original. Yeah, so there we go. So that's kind of neat. That's kind of took a little longer than most of our other parts that we created, but that's kind of fun actually, and it's kind of worthwhile because it looks pretty cool. You could also get, if you wanted to do the realistic to make it kind of look like that, you could do. Anyway, that's it. So I hope that helped, and make sure to like and subscribe. I'll stop babbling. I want to end this before we hit 30 minutes. So yeah, peace out.